Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, I am Sheikh Naseem, the Chairman and Managing Director of Shera Energy Limited. So, I wish to summarize the 3 months for December 31st December 2023. The company did a revenue operations of 207 CR for this quarter. And if I compare it with the corresponding period for in 2022, we did 151, and the preceding quarter was 182. So, with the PAT margins of 522 CR, and as data have already been furnished to you, and you can see there has been a substantial rise in our top line as well as in bottom line. And the company is looking forward to move in a better direction and doing well. And whatever we have projected for this year, hopefully we will be able to surpass all our results for this financial year. So I wish to have questions from your side, and if you want to know more about us, just feel free to put a word on this phone.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touch-tone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Hiral Nandu from Kalpavriksha Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Sir.
Yeah. Congratulations for the good set of numbers.
Thank you.
If you can put some light on bullet cell business and potential.
You are not very clear in your. I cannot hear you very clearly, sir. Please repeat.
Is it better?
Yes, it is better now.
I think the participant has been disconnected. Should we take the next question?
You may ask him to repeat his question.
The loop. Yeah, the participant, Mr. Hiral sir, can join us after in the loop. So we are taking the next question.
Okay.
Okay. So the next question is from the line of Deepika Jain from HNI. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi. Am I audible?
Yes, very clear.
Yeah. So my question is that with the increased production capacity, what are the anticipated impacts on revenue and market share?
With increased capacity?
With increase in production capacity.
Yes.
So what are the anticipated impacts on revenue and the market share?
The market share?
Yeah.
You mean to say our with increase in our production capacity, market share में कितना change आया वो पूछना चाह रही हैं आप?
Yes. And how it impacted the revenue?
Actually, just to summarize you, we are one of the leading players in North India. Rajasthan, we are the biggest one. We have few competitors in NCR, and we operate into all states in NCR and Delhi area. So our share is definitely increasing as compared to our competitors, and we have enhanced our production capacity in this quarter, and we have utilized around 70% of our installed capacity in this production, doing this production.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So going to further question, are there any upcoming products or innovations Can we expect?
We have already invested as priced in to the exchange also. We have procured some machineries to make the cables and the winding wires for the submersible motors. So that machines we have already procured. The construction of shed is going on, and we think that the capex of this will be completed by end of March, and this will add to our production line. That will be the cables for the house wiring as well as submersible winding wires.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you assess the current market dynamics?
Is bullish, madam. There is lot of work going on in infra projects, and wherever there is some investment in infra, electrical components are always required, and we provide the suitable winding wires for all these electrical components and the equipments that are used in infra projects.
Okay. And what strategies are in place to adapt the changes?
What strategies
are in place to adapt to changes?
What kind of changes are you referring to?
Any change?
No, madam.
Market changes, market changes I'm talking about.
No. Actually, for the metal, it's always LME-driven prices, and London Metal Exchange governs the non-ferrous metal prices all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And if the market operates in discipline on these prices, and there are no major changes beyond these factors.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
My last question, how does Shera Energy define and mitigate risk, both internal and external?
Madam, we have a hedging desk within the company itself. And first we have to see our pricing is based on London Metal Exchange price to be settled on a day-to-day basis. That is called cash settlement prices. So we fetch orders for the entire day, whatever orders are procured, and those are taken back by those are covered, and the purchase orders are placed to our suppliers back to back.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The next question is from the line of Hiral Nandu from Kalpavruksh Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello. Thank you for the opportunity. My call got dropped due to bad network.
Yes.
Hope I'm audible now.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Thank you. So I just wanted to understand if you can put some light on our bullet shell business and the potential opportunity over there. And
bullet shell business is one of our products. That business is going on, and we started with just 5 to 10 tons a month. Now the capacity for this has grown up to 40 tons to 50 tons a month. And we expect in coming years we will develop this capacity to roughly 200 tons every month.
Super.
Okay.
And we got all the approvals. We are adding that, and some procedural things are pending.
We don't need any approval from defense for this because this project is running under a pilot trial lot, and those companies who are supplying the bullet shells to the defense applications, we make raw materials to those companies. So we are directly not required to have any approvals from the defense. The companies, those who we are supplying, they already possess the approvals from the defense.
Great. Super. Okay. I think I have this main question, and I'll come back in the queue for the follow-up question.
Okay.
All the best.
Welcome, sir. Please, sir.
Should we move to the next question?
Sure.
The next question is from the line of Harsh Mulchandani from Chris PMS. Please go ahead.
Sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity, and congratulations for good set of numbers.
Thank you.
My question is that, sir, what is the reason for fluctuation in EBITDA margin, and what EBITDA margin we can expect in the future?
Sir, actually, we deal into three major components, that is aluminium, copper, and brasses. and the profit share or EBITDA margins for all these three products are different. So whenever there is a fluctuation in the content of our sales, if say aluminum sales goes high, then the EBITDA margins are high. If copper sales goes high, EBITDA margins slightly drop. Brass sales goes high, EBITDA margins again moves up. So this varies as per the composition of raw material mix that we have in our product range, and that's the reason there is always a slight variation in EBITDA margins every quarter.
Okay. Sir, are our EBITDA margin dependent on commodity price, or we are able to completely hedge?
No. EBITDA margin never is affected by our commodity prices, because our sales and purchase are 100% backed. Whatever the sale order we receive is backed by our purchase orders. So we work on our differential price, difference of fabrication prices. The company earns the money in terms of the fabrication rates that we get for our products.
Okay. So what EBITDA margin can we expect in the future?
I can tell you, to be very, I should not give you exact figure, but I will give you assessment. If the aluminum is roughly 250 rupees per kg, the EBITDA margins there stand as around 10 to 15%. The copper is priced at around 800 rupees per kg. The EBITDA margins are in the range of 5 to 7%. The brasses are in the range of 600 rupees. The EBITDA margins again is varies from 8 to 3%. It depends on product to product. So, okay, if the product mix are different on our sales, the EBITDA margin fluctuation you will see in every balance sheet.
Okay. So, going future, our production will shift to aluminum or copper. Can you give that much guidance, or
this drive we are not authorized to tell you as of now. This always depends on the government projects, what they are working into. If the government is buying more of aluminum, then our product line goes more into aluminum. If the government focuses more on copper, then our product line goes into copper. It's already order-based production. The production is happening against all the orders. And the orders originate from the government and from the infra projects. And according to their requirements, then the production happens.
Okay.
So it is not that we can push, since EBITDA margins in aluminum is high, so we should put all our money into aluminum. That may not work. So it is always better to follow the market trend. If the aluminum is moving high, we are moving more into aluminum. If copper is moving high, we move our production line more into copper.
Okay, understood, sir. Sir, what is optimum capacity utilization? We are working at 70%, so up to how much we can go?
We can go up till 90 to 92%. That capacity is workable with us.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. For any follow-up question, I will join queue.
Sure, sir. Sure. Please.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the next question is from the line of Yashwanti Khedkar from Khojin Finvest. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. So you were already explaining about EBITDA margin, how does it vary from product to product. But since still we are still in the range of around 3 to, at EBITDA level 4% and at a PAT level 2%. So what strategies we can employ to better it off?
Company has already focusing on this, madam. The new expansions that is going into cable division, where the EBITDA margins will be in the range of 15 to 20%.
But how much
so that investment we have already done, and we expect the production to commence by end of March. And next year, I expect the company will grow into its EBITDA margins.
Yeah, but how much cable operation will contribute to the revenue, and how much that can affect our EBITDA margins, sir?
For first year, it will be around 20 to 30%, and following years, it may go up to 30 to 40% of our total revenues.
Okay. But that will still impact our, though you said that margin will be 12 to 15%, that will really help us to improve our margin overall, at least?
Definitely, madam.
2 to 3
As
years.
you move ahead, the margins definitely increase. And if you go into the history of the company, where we started with a EBITDA margins of less than 4% and PAT margins of around 0.5, 0.6%. Every year, you see every quarter, the PAT margins are also increasing and EBITDA margins are also increasing. Since the operation, as the smoothness in operation improves, and the capacity utilization is improved, the EBITDA margins are also improved.
So what are the range you see, maybe in
Pardon?
FY25? What is the range for EBITDA margin you see for the FY25? Overall margin, overall EBITDA margin.
I can give you a rough approximation, not an exact one, but you can see figure that will be comfortable for all our investors, and we wish the EBITDA margin to grow minimum by 2 to 3% next year.
Okay. So we will still be around 8 to 10%.
Around that.
Okay. So can you just explain your investment strategy in our Zambian subsidiary?
Zambian market, we have recently started the things. The legal formality work is going in process, and the company has been registered there. Now the registration with all other taxation departments like labor, pollution, and all those things are going on. And as we complete all our things in 1 month or 2 months time, then our operations will start. And the revenue of Zambian operation will also be reflected. You will see some shadows in the first quarter of 25. And I think post first quarter, the Zambian operation will be in good swing.
And what production we will be taking among 3 metals we handle it?
Pardon?
Among 3 metals which we handle at Indian operation, what would be the production?
Indian operations is totally different. Zambian operation is totally different, madam.
Yeah, that is what I'm asking. What would be the operation over there?
In Zambia?
Yeah.
Zambia, again, we are coming up with some cable investment. We will be putting up a cable plant there. And we are working on to the mining operations for procuring and reducing our cost of raw material. So we will be buying the copper ingots or copper cathodes from Zambia, and we will be selling copper cables into the local market in Zambia.
Okay, so it will be catering to the Zambian market.
Yes, this will help the company to increase EBITDA margin. That's the reason I have told you the EBITDA margin is going to grow, not because of I'm going to increase my finished product price, but rather we are focusing more how to reduce our raw material price. So the investment in Zambia will help us to improve our purchasing, and that will reduce our purchase prices, and hopefully we wish and we can see a huge improvement in our bottom lines.
And what is the investment you are planning in the Zambian unit, sir?
Pardon?
What is the investment you are planning in the Zambian unit?
Initially for this year, we will be doing around $1.2 million. And as the business grows, the investment will be done looking to the market size.
And all the machineries will be bought in from the Zambian market? Are you importing from
No, machines will be some machines will be exported from India, and few will be bought from China and Germany.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'll come back in.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please press star and 1 to ask questions. The next question is from the line of Mohit Arora. He's an individual investor.
Congratulations for this kind of number and your new business in Zambia. I would like to ask a question with regard to brass production. So you earlier mentioned in your communication that it is some innovative technology that has been used by you to manufacture the brass bullet cell that will have the cheaper cost.
Yes.
So can you please provide the detail about it?
Sir, the technology, everything I cannot explain to an investor because this is something that is secret to be kept secret in our production line. But yes, we have some unique facilities that can do special alloys suitable to make brushes suitable to do the reverse extrusion on our materials.
And can you please provide the detail with regard to the potential customers and the geographical spread of the customers?
So the potential customers are in and near NCR, and we are catering to them only. And those customers are already registered with these defense people, and they are approved vendor to supply them the bullet shells.
And okay, thank you, sir. And one more thing. As I can see that you have given that your financial statements, the financial results includes a 220 crore of exceptional items. So I would like to know about this.
Sir, if you exceptional item is the revenue that we earned by disinvestment in our Shera Infra. That was a company owned by Shera Energy, and we disinvested there, and this money was rather used for our Zambian investment. So that revenue has been earned by the investment there.
Okay, sir. And one more question from my side.
Okay.
So as per the earlier conversation, you mentioned that you will be starting your business on the submersible wires and housing cables, and that will lead to a greater margin. So where we have reached in that, like where is the at what level you have captured at manufacturing stage?
Sir, I have already apprised you that the construction of shade is going on, and we expect the shade work to be completed by end of this March, and the commissioning and everything of the machinery will be done in month of April, and by June we will be in position to give the products to the market. We are trying our best to do it 1 month ahead of our scheduled time. Hopefully we will be in position to do that.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the next question is from the line of Mayur Mahapatra. He is an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi. Good afternoon. Can you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Please.
Yeah. Sir, congratulations for good set of number. I wish you best of luck for near future also. So I have two questions. One, what is the projected projection for top line and bottom line for financial year this year? That is the first question. And second question is, do we have acquired any customer for our upcoming cable business, and what are the customers? Those are Indian customer or overseas customers?
Okay.
Thanks.
Now, coming down to your first question, as I have already briefed in our previous conferences, that the company is aiming, we did 696 last year, and this year target was 800 CR. Against 800 CR, up till 9 months, we have done 590 something. So we expect to not only achieve, but excel the targets of 800 CR. And coming down to pipelines, our target was around 12 CR for this financial year, against which we have already done 11.34, and we expect to excel our bottom line targets as well. Now coming to your question on the cable products, after we make some production, then the samples will be drawn, and these samples will be supplied to furnished to many potential customers. Then these customers, they carry out the test within their own premises. These are used for into heavy duty submersible motors. So they need testing approvals by the at the customer end itself. So that process will start by end of April, and I expect those approvals will be with us by end of May. After that, the commercial production will go on, and we have set of all major submersible, like you see Luby and all that. There are many brands in India there who are making the submersible motors. So their approval is required. And for house wiring, after the machines will be installed, First work will be to get an ISI certifications from our Indian government. After the certification is achieved, then the material will move into the open market.
So we can assume that Q3 of 25, we can expect some revenue to added from that particular business.
Q3 will be bullish, sir. Q3 we will be well set off. You will see the results will be coming. Shadows will come, or you can say some lines will come in Q1 as well. And by Q2 we will be established player into cables.
Congratulations. Thanks. That's all from my side, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the next question is from the line of Saroj from HNI. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Very good
I would
afternoon.
like to know that how much you are globally able to penetrate in the market, and how much you are planning to go for the couple of years, like how much market capitalization.
Yes. Last year, madam, we were very bullish into global market also, and our contribution into our sales was around 12 to 15% of our top line was going into exports. This year, Indian market is performing better than the global scenario, and we wish to contribute more into India, and we are rather having more order books than we can supply them on time. So I wish this is a time that we should focus more into India, and if something goes slow in India, then the global market is open for us. And we already are into global market. We do exports parallelly as well. But as on date, we are not very much focusing on to exports because our domestic market is growing very big and huge.
Okay, thank you. And one more question, that where have you used the fund that you have raised, like in which investment or any capex?
The fund raised through IPO?
Yes.
You are referring to the fund raised through IPO? It was majorly utilized into working capital cycles. No capex was done with this in fund. It was majorly used into working capital. Pardon?
Hello?
Yes. Please go on, madam.
What about the fund received from this investment?
This investment money is going into Zambia, madam. All our investment, that is, initially we have already pumped in roughly $250,000, and as this by end of this month, I expect another $250,000 will go there, and by March we will be in position to deploy all our funds there.
And so, do you have any plan for capital expenditure in the next coming quarters?
Madam, we are right now focusing more into Zambia, and in India we have already made capex for our cable divisions. So let it flourish and let it run smoothly. Then we will come back on our next investments.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Last question that I have is, any new clients that you have added to your portfolio, and what is your retention rate on clients?
Madam, the company is constantly growing. If you see into the background of the company, in last 5 years, the company is growing at a rate of roughly 10 to 15% every year, and we wish to grow at the rate of 20 to 25% every year in the coming years as well.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the next question is from the line of Amit Kapoor, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Raj, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Excellent. Okay. So, yeah, first of all, congratulations on the good set of numbers. Well done.
Thank you.
Your hard work here. Just continuing the theme around the exceptional item. So was it 100% disinvestment, or was it a partial disinvestment?
No, it was 100% disinvestment, sir.
Right. And what was the rationale behind it? Was it just to focus on cable business?
We have better avenues in Zambian market. This investment definitely was supposed to give us a good result, but it was taking time, and we had to wait another 2-3 years for the things to happen into that company. But we got a immediate plans into overseas business, and the management was of the opinion that in raising to invest there, we needed some funds to be raised. So it was better to disinvest from there and make more profits into Zambia.
Got it, sir. Yeah, makes sense. So just one other question. So I see basically your income has basically increased quarter-on-quarter, so from 183 to 207 crores.
Yes.
But it looks like the margin has actually gone down comparatively. I mean, it's flat, essentially, profit before the exceptional items. And there are some other expenses of about 15 crores in there, which is increased from 6 crores. So could you just give some color on that?
So these expenses, if you see, 14.78 crores, they comprises of the custom duty reversal also. Whenever you export and you use our Indian products where you have already paid the custom duty, that time when you book the sale, then the provision entry has to be cleared on account of getting the custom duty through advance license. So those expenditure has increased because we have availed that facility to improve our liquidity. And if you consider this as expenditure, rather it is a part of our purchase. But as per balance sheet, you cannot define it into purchase since it is a part of a duty expenses. Got it clear?
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I understand what you mean.
Yes. When you are last year when we exported, whatever custom duty is roughly 5% of our exports.
Yes.
So that was amounting to roughly 5 crores. So that time we used our domestic material to export, and if you use 100% the domestic material and export as such without the impact of custom duty, then all your exports will make losses. So in that case, you have to get a duty drawback on customs for whatever you have exported. So that duty drawback was availed this year, and that's the reason the purchase price was reduced and it was written off as other expenses.
Right. So we are expecting it for next quarter to kind of come back to the...
It will reduce next quarter. Other expenses will be lower than what is being reflected here.
Right. Good. Okay. And just one final thing. Do you get any sort of incentives or government subsidies or government incentives?
No, sir. As of now, we don't have any incentive subsidies. The company is not having any incentives. Rajasthan government, we don't have any incentive subsidies on our investments.
Right. And is there any incentive being offered in Zambia by any chance? Because sometimes FDI...
There is one incentive that is that we have yet to finalize it. They have certain places identified by the government, and if you invest there, then you get a 10-year income tax exemption. So that's the incentive that we expect to get, but it's not finalized that are we going to avail it or we are going to leave it. So I have to see the operational difficulties to operate from there and what are the merits and demerits to do the business there. So management will take a call upon the final study on the geographical locations, and then it will be taken. We rather wish to take that incentive. It's a huge incentive because 30% is your income tax slab there, and if you save 30% on that, so but we are still working on that. We have not yet opted that we are going to take that exemption, but we wish to take. Rather, we are focusing more on to the geographical locations of our business operations.
Great. So, sir, I think you're very bullish on Zambia, so wishing you all the best for the next few years. We'll stay invested. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. And the next question is from the line of Harsh Mulchandani from Chris Capital. Please go ahead.
Please.
Sir, what is the reason for decrease in interest cost, and is it sustainable?
Decrease in interest cost?
Decrease in interest cost.
Decrease in interest cost is sustainable. So whenever we are buying any raw material, the interest is based on the LC. And if you have availed your LCs on a lower side, that time the interest cost reduces. You pay direct interest to the supplier. That's the reason the interest cost is reduced.
Okay. And it is sustainable for long term, or it is one of kind?
It will be sustainable, and the management has taken a decision not to increase its interest cost, financial cost, and we are focusing more on that.
Okay. And sir, power sector is giving good demand in India. So what is the vision of our company for next 3 to 5 years on revenue side and on operating profit side?
To give you a general statement on this, if you see, people used to talk about things happening in foreign countries. They discard things after certain certain period of usages. So that thing have started coming to India as well. If you see, the first step the government has taken is to discard any vehicle above 15 years of its registration. That vehicle cannot run on the road. So, and in NCR it is 10 years only. So that is the first step that Indian government has started taking. This will come down to into many other places where the life cycle of every transformer will be decided. Like in US, in Canada, in Europe countries, every transformer has its own life cycle. Here it is not happening that. Here, whenever the transformer is failing, then only the replacement is taking place. Otherwise, if it's working for years and years together, it will keep on working. Nobody is rather having thought on this, since the transformer is 30 years old or 20 years old. So it's having something that is a 20 years old technology. It's consuming more power. It's consuming more, it's generating more heat. So these things will come up in India as well, and I expect the market will grow into replacement market. You will see a lot of things happening in future.
Okay. So, sir, what is the revenue guidance for our company for next 3 to 5 years? Revenue guidance as well to profit guidance?
3-year company size may double from here, more than double.
Okay. In PAT also?
Sir, if top line grows, everything grows, but rather top line grows by 10%, bottom line grows by 12 to 13%, because your operating expenses are constant. If you are growing more on top line with the same of manpower and same other administrative expenses, your bottom line is growth is more healthy. So I expect growth will be better in bottom line as well.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind you that you may press star and 1 to ask questions. The next question is from the line of Rishikesh. He's from Robo Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for the opportunity. So my first question is with respect to our cable expansion. So what sort of revenue potential do we see from this project?
Sir, for this coming year, I expect the revenue to be in the range, added revenue from cable will be in the, starting from 100, it may go to 300 CR.
Okay. Okay. And our bullet shell business, which is a new business that we were talking about earlier. So what revenues are we doing here?
Sir, I have not evaluated in terms of value on that. I look into the tonnage. So tonnage, what we are doing as of now is roughly 40 to 50 tons a month. And this will improve next year. And for next year, my target will be 80 to 100 tons.
Okay. And you also said you'll be expanding this to 200 per month.
Yes, that capacity we are focusing at, but things will happen gradually since the project is going into trial phases, and it will take, anything to get approved into ministry, it takes a lot of trials and a lot of time. So I expect it will take another 1.5 years or so to run it full-fledged.
Okay. Just wanted to get a sense what sort of revenues can this business make on, let's say, 200 per month
Sir,
capacity?
presently it is contributing not more than 5% of our total revenue.
Okay. So
not more than that.
Okay.
So I expect even if it grows to that level, it will contribute to roughly 10% of our total revenue.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind you that you may press star and 1 to ask questions.
So may we conclude, sir?
There is a question from Harsh Mulchandani. Should we take?
Yeah.
Yeah. The next question is from the line of Harsh Mulchandani from Chris PMS. Please go ahead.
Sir, our winding wire business is growing very fast. So what is the reason for diversifying in submersible motor wire segment? Is it a related business?
It is not a related business. One of the raw material is common, that is the base metal, that is copper. And other item and technology is totally different. What the company is aiming, winding wire has a limitation in growing into the bottom lines. The EBITDA margins globally, not only in India, is operating in the range of 5 to 7% and not more than 7 to 8%. So to increase your EBITDA and to make your investment giving more fruitful results, I need to add up into a product that are similar to our lines, but are having better EBITDA margins and better profit margins. So that's the reason we are focusing on cable divisions.
Okay. And sir, there are many players in this segment already. So what gives us confidence of success in submersible motor segment and cable segment?
I know there will be a competition, but where the edge we will be having over others is our technology. First, the company is a fully technically competent company, and second, our experience and expertise into non-ferrous metal is more than 25 to 30 years now. So it will not be a new investment for us, like entering into cable market will be new thing for us. Major raw material is copper, and we deal into copper for years together. So we understand how it moves and how it is working, and we know the market dynamics. So that will give the company an edge. And for moving ahead, the company has not invested a huge money into its capex making the cables. We have already procured the second-hand machines, the used ones, and we are competent enough to make them run smoothly and efficiently. So our team is working on that, and we will be doing with a very less investment. The major investment will be happening only into the working capital cycle. So the company is very much confident that we are not taking any risk in terms of capex investment, and we will be doing good into that business.
Okay. And sir, can we supply our cable products to our existing customer as well? Or this will be new set of customers?
Our existing customer also buy some cables. So that market is already with us. And beyond that, we will be adding few more customers, and not only into the winding wire, we will be adding some into house wiring, into project works, into substation making companies. So cables are required in many places. So all those people will be added to our customer bank.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the next question is from the line of Amit Kapoor. He is an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Just one more question I had. So what is the workforce strength right now, and how many employees do we have now?
Can you please repeat your question, sir? I didn't get it very clear.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the workforce like for us? I mean, how many employees do you have? Is it expanding?
The manpower.
Yes, the manpower.
In a group, we are operating with a manpower of roughly 350 plus on company's role, and we have some contracts also. And if I add all the contract workers and all that, the total strength goes around 500 plus.
Okay. So are we looking at expanding that in the upcoming years, or is that kind of sufficient to give us a...
On the company's role, we are not going to expand since our manpower, those who are devoted and dedicated for years, they will be continuing with the company. And for the new things that are coming up, everything will go into contracts.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As there are no further questions from the participants, I now hand the conference over to Ms. Chandni Chande for closing comments. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you everyone for joining the conference call of Shera Energy Limited. If you have any queries, you can write to us at research@kirinadvisors.com. Once again, thank you everyone for joining the conference.
I thank you everyone for the deep concerns and the blessings in the company. And I wish you all and to bless us continuously and be a part of our success story for future as well. Thank you.
On behalf of Kirin Advisors, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.
Thank you.